Hey Kaiju fans, Time here. Today we're going to look at the most recent reimagining of the classic King of the Apes, Peter Jackson's King Kong. King Kong. This Kong was created by Peter Jackson and Fran Walsh based on Marion C. Cooper's 1933 monster of the same name, and debuted in Universal's 2005 film King Kong. He stands 7.62 meters, or 25 feet, tall, and weighs 5 tons. Out of all interpretations of Kong, Universal's is the most like a real gorilla, walking primarily on all fours and exhibiting more ape-like behavior. Kong's design is that of a male silverback gorilla with dark skin, matted black hair, and scarring on most of his body. While Kong's exact origins are unknown, Kong is heavily implied to be the last of his species, a possible descendant of the ancient giant ape, Gigantopithecus, but may have lived among others of his race at some time. Eventually he came to be worshipped as a god by the tribe of humans indigenous to his home on Skull Island, and they later made it tradition to sacrifice a girl to Kong whenever they felt tremors on the island. After years of receiving girls as sacrifices by the islanders, Andaro, an actress caught by the islanders off an expedition to Skull Island, was offered to King Kong as a sacrifice, which he accepted. Kong carried her away, but much to Kong's rage and bewilderment, she actually fought back against him, to try to entertain Kong, and began to perform her vaudeville act for the ape, which entertained him while she was doing it. When Anne became tired and refused to perform anymore, Kong stormed off angrily. He encountered the film crew, searching for Anne to rescue her, crossing a log bridge spanning a ravine. He grabbed the bridge and twisted it, sending the party falling into the chasm below, where most of them were killed by giant insects. While Kong was gone, Anne tried to run away but found herself being pursued by a Photodon, a giant crocodile. Anne ran from it, only to witness the Photodon being eaten by a Vastachosaurus rex, the descendant of the Tyrannosaurus. The V-Rex chased Anne and was joined by another member of its kind. Kong arrived just in time and tried to fight off the V-Rexes. A third V-Rex entered the battle and the odds were turned against Kong. Kong incapacitated one of the V-Rexes, but the other two continued relentlessly attacking him and Anne. Eventually, Kong and the two remaining V-Rexes fell over a cliff and into a thick layer of vines. Kong grappled with the V-Rexes, causing one to become entangled and trapped in the vines. Kong grabbed Anne and fell from the vines to the ground. One of the V-Rexes followed them and continued his attack. Kong fought with the V-Rex once again, and this time gained the upper hand. Kong restrained the V-Rex and pried its jaws apart until they snapped, killing it. Anne, grateful for Kong saving her life, allowed herself to be taken by Kong back to his mountain lair. At the mountain lair, the search party had arrived and managed to rescue Andaro. Furious, Kong chased them through the jungle all the way to the island's coast, where they caught him in a net and used chloroform gas to incapacitate him for the voyage to New York City. There, Kong, under the name King Kong, the eighth wonder of the world, acted as the main attraction in a Broadway show designed to recreate the events of the expedition to Skull Island. When the actress hired to play Darrow got on stage, Kong began to try to break the chrome steel chains binding him to the stage in order to take her back. Upon discovering that it was not the real Anne, Kong broke his chains and destroyed the theater before heading out into the city to search for her. In an attempt to keep Kong from hurting anyone else, Anne allowed Kong to take her. They spent some time in Central Park before the military attacked them and sent King Kong into a rage. The monster began to scale the Empire State Building with Anne in hand. At the top, the two watched the sunrise before military airplanes came to attack Kong. He placed Anne safely on one of the observation decks, and allowed himself to fall from the building after being shot by the planes. As crowds gathered around Kong's colossal corpse, someone remarked that the airplanes got Kong. Carl Denham sorrowfully said that it wasn't the airplanes, as it was beauty killed the beast. Gorilla physiology. Other than his immense size, Kong exhibits no extraordinary abilities save for his physical strength, with which he was able to break chrome steel chains. King Kong is portrayed through motion capture by Andy Serkis. In a 2005 children's book titled King Kong, Kong's Kingdom, Kong and Darrow come across a statue of a member of Kong's species on their trek through the jungle. but Kong did not immediately recognize it as one of his own, suggesting that he had both lived and been alone on his island for a very long time. Universal's 2005 film King Kong, he stands 7.62 meters or 25 feet tall and weighs 5 tons. Out of all interpretations of Kong, Universal says the most like a real gorilla, walking primarily on all fours and exhibiting a more ape-like behavior. Kong's design is that of a male silverback gorilla with dark skin, matted black hair, and scarring on most of his. While Kong's exact origins are unknown, Kong is heavily implied to be the last of his species, a possible descendant of the ancient gigantic who may have lived among others which race at some time. Eventually, he came to be worshipped as a god by the tribe of humans indigenous to his home on Skull Island, and they later made a tradition to sacrifice a girl to Kong whenever they felt tremors on the island. After years of receiving girls as sacrifices by the islanders, and Darrow, an actress Korra, made a tradition to sacrifice a girl to Kong whenever they felt tremors on the island. And that's Wikizilla's Kaiju profile on Universal's King Kong. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Kong Month.